all this development, information technology, artificial intelligence, have significant moral consequences. And we must continue to see them as neutral, meaning that they can be applied for positive or negative. And that responsibility of constraining it to be used positively and not to be used negatively is ours. We are the ones that know the heart of God. We are the ones that have a connection with God, that we can use this, our understanding and connection with God, to ensure that these things are not used negatively. Don't look at yourself here as insignificant people who are just following technological developments. No. We have a clear responsibility given to us by God. What we need to play that role demands work itself. We have to learn. We have to understand. And that is why we are here on a Sunday morning talking about it. We must, as children of God, play that role that God had ordained of us. I said earlier on that all these developments did not come as a surprise to God. The plan that God had for it is us. We are the ones that God is depending on, that my children are there, they'll take care of it. So we need to understand, we need to get into it, we need to have sufficient awareness to be able to bring God's purpose out of it. As much as these technologies enhance human capacity for output, they also amplify human capacity for sin. So we as individuals, as Christians, as people called by the name of God, must first of all ensure that we are not marred up in that, and that we discourage its use by others. The fact that something is permissible does not mean it is expedient. That's what the Bible says to us. It may be legal. Our laws may allow for it, but is it legitimate? Is it something that our culture, as children of the living God, called by his name, should be found in? Is it the kind of labor relationship that people who call themselves children of God should be found in? Many times, because of the kinds of people I associate with, I get people talking negatively about Christianity, because they claim that Christianity was used to enslave Africa, was used to colonize Africa, and all that, and all that, and all that. Of course, there are misunderstandings about this, and there are situations in which people of God were found culpable. So we should not repeat that history. We should not profane the name of God, because work for us is stewardship to God. So we should ensure that we do not allow the name of God to be profaned in this, just because some others do it. Our principles do not allow for it. We have an ethical responsibility in all these developments. We need to make the fact that something can be automated does not mean it has to be automated. These are some of the principles, these are some of the moral principles that are involved. The fact that a process can be automated does not mean it should be automated. We should consider the consequences of every step in automation. And this, I'm not asking for knee-jerk response, but application of spiritual discernment, like I said earlier on, to every situation, and therefore come out with studious contemplation of what are the possible repercussions of whichever way we use these technologies, and play our role in letting the world know that there are directions of use of these technologies that will not augur well for mankind. We should insist in whatever way these technologies are used. We as people of God should insist on transparency. We should insist on fairness, accountability, particularly in AI systems. Because AI systems have a way of replicating human weaknesses. And because AI systems are built from historical data. So if we as human beings have behaved in ways that are not right, the system will learn it. There was an experiment in which some AI systems were fed with the thinking of Machiavelli, who is a popular or notorious, the author of the popular "The End Justifies the Means." That whatever you do, as long as you get a right result, you are all right. And you see that the kind of things that come out of that are not encouraging. So we as people of God, we should stand in the vanguard of ensuring transparency. Transparency meaning that we don't have to trust the system. What do I mean by this? When you talk of transparency, what you are saying is you don't need to trust the system because the system has laid itself bare to you. So if you say somebody is if you have a leadership and you say that leadership is transparent, what you are saying is you trust, you know that they have done the right thing, not because you trust them to be good people. It's because you can see the processes and you see that what they have done is right. That's the meaning of transparency. Ordinarily, it's like you can look through, you see through it. So it's like glass. You look at it, you see the other end. But if things are hidden, you won't see the other end. That's not transparency. So when you talk about transparency in interactions of people, what you are saying is the reason why I believe you is not because I trust you. It is because you have laid it bare. So transparency. Fairness. The results that these systems are giving us, is it fair to all? Are they fair to all? Or are they painting some people in negative light? There was a time not too long ago when an early Google attempt at image recognition, a white male was put before the system, the camera, and they asked, "What is this?" The system said, a male human being. Yeah, white male, it's a human being, male. Then they put a black person, and the system said, a gorilla. True story. And it became a scandal, and Google quickly took it off. You probably have seen, there's this story, you can still find this on the internet. The racist soap dispenser, where a white person put their hand below the soap dispenser and it dispensed soap. And a black person put their hand there. And because black does not reflect enough light as white, the system didn't see the hand and did not dispense. So these are issues that we need to address. The technology is neutral. We have to guide it through fairness. Accountability. If a human being gives an advice and the result of the advice is not positive, the person is marked he probably won't get promotion next time because he put the company in jeopardy. If it was AI that took the decision, who will be punished? So we must ask people, these are responsibilities of people of God. Though. These are things we need to establish. And like I said before, let us not think we are just some people in Ibadan who don't matter. Once we establish and we say, no, as people of God, we refuse, people will start listening. They may even overlook us for some time. But when we insist, we say, no, this is our God-given responsibility to ensure that a model does not refer to a person as a gorilla. Then we are insisting on accountability. All these, we must make sure we have all these in AI system to be able to uphold the integrity of God's creation.